Welcome to Dark Psychology World Channel. What we bring is the 38 letters from J.D. Rockefeller to his son, perspectives, ideology, and wisdom. Letter 27, complaining will only make you lose yourself. Dear John, if I tell you, the one who has never been outdone, Andrew, who considers himself the world's richest man, Mr. Carnegie came to visit me and asked me a very serious question. Will you be surprised? In fact, the great blacksmith did so. 2 days ago in our Kikwit, Mr. Carnegie arrives unexpectedly. Maybe it's my friendly attitude and a relaxed atmosphere of conversation between us melted Mr. Carnegie's steely self-esteem. He put down his arrogance and asked me a question. John, I know you lead a very capable group of people, but I don't think their talents are unmatched. But what puzzles me is, they seem invincible. Always beat your competitors with ease. I would like to know, what magic did you cast? Let them have that spirit. Is it the power of money? I told him then, the power of money cannot be underestimated. But even more powerful is the power of responsibility. Sometimes actions don't come from thoughts. It comes from the responsibility. Standard. Everyone in the oil company has a sense of responsibility. They all know what my responsibilities are. What can I do to make things better? I never talk in vain about responsibilities or obligations. I just lead the way to create a responsible enterprise. I thought this topic should end here. But my answer, apparently it piqued Mr. Carnegie's curiosity. He asked John further with a serious expression. Then can you tell me, how did you do it? Looking at Mr. Carnegie's humble demeanor, I can't refuse. I must declare it truthfully. I told him, if we want to survive forever, then this means, no matter what reason, we leaders must categorically refuse to blame anyone or anything. Blame is like a swamp. Once you lose your footing and fall in, you lose your footing and direction. You will become immobile, trapped in hatred and frustration. There is only one result like this: loss of respect and support from deployment. Once you fall into this situation, then you are like a king who gives up his crown to others. From then on, I lost the right to dominate everything. I know the many enemies that destroy a leader's ability to lead. Blame is the number one enemy. I also know there is no victorious general in this world. No matter who you are, you will encounter setbacks and failures. So when problems arise, I won't feel angry about it. There is only one question I am thinking about: what to do to make your mood feel better? What action to take? Can remedy or repair our mistakes? Active choice. Move towards greater productivity and satisfaction. Certainly, I won't let myself go. When bad things happen to us, I'll stop first. Ask yourself a question: what is my responsibility? Leave everything behind. Make a completely honest assessment of your role. This prevents prying eyes on what other people do, or ask others to change something. Meaningless behavior. In fact, just focus on yourself. Only then can I give up the crown that I accidentally gave up. Retake. But analyzing what my responsibilities are does not mean blaming myself. Self-blame is the most insidious blame trap. Things like "that was a stupid mistake," etc. Self-blame, and other blame. Difficult. It will only lead me into a trap of resentment and dissatisfaction. What is my duty actually? Is a step. A person with strong analytical skills and self-affirmation steps. The real question is not what they should do. It's about what I should do. When I really understand this, I will not choose to feel sorry for myself. I will only make myself stronger. Your own strength can weaken the influence of others. It seems that this is not a bad thing. If I could remove every obstacle, see it as an opportunity to learn about yourself, instead of dwelling on what others did to me, on the issue, then I can lead outside the walls of crisis, find new way out. Certainly, I never saw myself as a savior. There is no savior mentality. I asked myself where I should be responsible for myself. In what aspects will the deployment staff be responsible for me? A leader is not an omniscient saint. Therefore, it is impossible to be responsible for everything. If I see myself as a heroic messenger of justice, get ready to save the world. That will only put yourself in a leadership crisis. In my responsibility, a big part of it is getting other people to understand. They must shoulder their due responsibilities. If an employee, for matters concerning one's own vital interests, if you don't care, I do not believe such employees' ability to have a strong desire to do a job well, then he should leave to serve others. I feel like I have a heavy responsibility on my shoulders. This sense of pressure and mission can make people excited unconsciously. A sense of responsibility can inspire and strengthen the ability to do things. Any other thing, neither will have such an effect. Delegate significant responsibilities to deployment, and let him know the full confidence I give. It is undoubtedly the greatest help to him. So I won't deploy must, and be able to bear the responsibility. Take it all on yourself. I don't just rely on example to create a responsible atmosphere and culture in the company. My deployments all know my fundamentals. No blame at Standard Oil. No excuse. This is the philosophy I adhere to. Everyone knows I won't make mistakes because of them and punish them. But I will never tolerate irresponsible behavior. Our belief is to be thoroughly followed. Our motto is support, encouragement, and respect. To be wholeheartedly accepted and doubly praised. Only makes excuses without providing solutions. Intolerable at Standard Oil. We rarely make mistakes, because the door to my office, always open for deployment. They can give wise opinions, or just plain whining, but in a responsible way. This result will make us trust each other, because we understand everything needs to be discussed under the sun. Mr. Carnegie is an excellent old student. He didn't let my time go to waste. As I end this topic, he said amid the complaints, an elite lion can turn into a rabble. He is so smart. Almost all of John. They all have a defensive mentality that shirks real responsibility. As a result, the phenomenon of shirking responsibility can be seen everywhere. He does endless harm. The way to avoid and defend against its harm is to listen. How to create a comfortable environment. Let everyone feel that being open and honest is far better than hiding the truth. It's about being a leader. The biggest challenge we have to face. Invite others to present their ideas. Say it a little more with some gnomes. Or I really want to hear your opinion. Words to encourage them to speak their minds. And ordinary people believe exactly the opposite. The person with authority in the conversation is the listener, rather than the presenter. Unbelievable. Think about the speaker's tone, focus, and content. It all depends on how you listen. Just imagine, with a hostile face, people with aggressive body postures, and someone who gives you their undivided attention. The difference between the two when speaking. When you simply listen to what other people are saying, you lowered your defenses. You will get these benefits. Behind your offensive or angry language, implicit issues. We'll have a more thorough understanding. You can get more information, and this information can change your perspective on the entire incident. Assumptions. You'll have more time to organize your thoughts. The presenter will feel that you value their point of view. The most exciting thing is, after you listen attentively, original presenter, and will be more willing to listen to your opinions. Authentic listening is non-defensive. Even if you don't like this information, you should also listen and understand, rather than respond immediately. Attentive listening is not really a skill. It's more like an attitude. Skiers encounter obstacles. They give 100% of their attention every second. Absolutely no distractions. Go and think for a moment about what he wants to say to his partner. Same as being an active listener. You give 100% of your attention to another person. You won't blurt out whatever comes to mind. In this way, you remove preconceived notions and open your mind. Start a more meaningful and effective conversation. For a long time, we shape life. Also shape myself. This process will continue. We are ultimately responsible for our own choices. Just as the purpose determines your direction, blame for refusal will open up a path to achieve our goals. Thanks for listening to Dark Psychology World Channel. We will continue to bring you in the next issue 38 letters from J.D. Rockefeller to his son.